There. So let's see now. Can you hear me now? Okay, can you hear me now? Steve Johnson, welcome, buddy. Apparently my mic has a little tiny button, and if you touch it, the sound goes off, and I did not realize that. So I think the sound's on now. Okay. Yeah, it has a little tiny button on this fancy mic, and if I touch it in the wrong place, it's nice to know where that button is, though, in case I choke while I'm drinking my drink like okay. So let's start over then, since you guys couldn't hear me in the first part of this. And the good thing about doing a live stream is you can't delete it or so we're just going to start over. Welcome to Advocates for Justice Foreclosure Defense Paralegal Service, Advocates for Justice Paralegal Services, Advocates for Justice. We help you kick attorneys' butts. We have the tools, you do the work. Well, you can pick any one of those headings that you like. Sometimes I like to just read them all. So tonight, guys, I'm excited to introduce you guys to the new bomb that we've added to our arsenal of weapons to use to attack the court with when they're up in your face. When they're up in your face without an injured party. Okay, that's real important. If they don't have an injured party, prosecutor has no business up in your face. The eliminator package. Yep, that's what we are going to call this package, the eliminator package. And young man that used the first one, I actually structured it for his situation. We're going to talk about that a little bit later. He was pretty nervous about everything. Last couple of days ago, he contacted me and, told me he was excited. Well, he was real nervous and scared at first. And he started researching the stuff that was in the package, and he was feeling a little more comfortable. There was a couple of times where I had to remind him that he needed to breathe into a paper bag. And there was one time I told him he was going to have a stroke, and then they were going to have a hearing. And our program, there ain't no hearing. That's the goal. We ain't trying to have no hearing. And I tried to explain this to him, but he just went over his head because he was really nervous about this whole thing, facing a year in jail over some stupid crap. So anyway, obviously the eliminator package took care of that. And I got a call from him today to let me know that the case had been dismissed. And the funny thing was, yesterday he sent me a message saying that he was excited and couldn't wait for the hearing because he was ready. And I'm like, okay, my God, I told you couldn't be a hearing. Yeah, well, anyway. So then he messaged me today, and he was all kind of grumpy because there's no hearing. And I told him, I said, the goal is to set yourself up for the settlement hearing. That's the only hearing that you want, the S hearing, the settlement hearing. Yeah. So he let me know today that all of that mess got dismissed, and he was pretty excited. And, the funny thing is, too, he messaged me the other day, said he's putting together a motion to dismiss. I said, dude, why are you going to file a motion to dismiss? You don't need to do that. You just file the sanction motion, sanctioning the prosecutor for $3.5 million. And they have not answered yet. So you don't need to dismiss. We in my program, I don't ask them for shit. I'm just going to throw it. I don't ask them for anything. Okay. What you're going to do is you're going to make them want to go sit the hell down and get out of your face. And that's what we did. And so he agreed. I was like, so if I'm the coach, this is my play that I'm running. And here's the thing. If you file something and they can't respond, but you're scared, and you file a whole bunch of other stuff that you don't need to file because they ain't responding to the first thing that you filed, they know you're scared, and they're going to kick your ass. So you got to file your stuff and chill. Don't worry about getting locked up or the hearing and all of that. All you got to worry about is them answering to the shit that you got on the table right now. That's it. Keep it simple. That's it. But before we get into all that good stuff, you guys, please make sure you click on those ads that pop up on YouTube so I can get paid. And make sure you subscribe to my channel and click that bell so that you get notified when practice is ready to start. And don't forget to hit the like button, which I need to do because I'm pretty sure I'm going to like what I got to say today. Welcome, Kerry Jackson and Steve Johnson, since you guys can both hear me now. Yeah. I need an assistant that I can blame some stuff on. My puppy's off being bred, so I can't blame stuff on her. That never works for me anyway, but. Oh, one other thing. So you guys, one other thing, if you don't want to piss me off, don't contact me and ask me to make my packages cheaper. Okay, I'm just saying. Okay, I've come down from $1,700 to $850 to $500 to $400 to $300 on a lawsuit packages. Now they're up a little bit more to $400 because my people are, they wasn't happy with that. But the lawsuit package is $400 right now, both of them. And I'm trying to keep those packages low because the goal of my program here is to help people get to stay in their house. That's the goal. And if I can reach just a small percentage of the people that need this, then I won't miss any meals, even having it cheap. But geez, $400, the non-judicial package, I think has 28 documents in it. I don't know. I think you do the math. It's like $14 a document or something, $14.50. So I can't go much cheaper than that. So my suggestion is going to be find someone to go in with you, and when you get the documents, split them with them, send them the file. I don't care how you do it because I don't have anything on the any copyright or anything like that, because you guys need to be able to copy these and put them into another file and save them and use them again for another property, whatever. So I don't have none of that. You guys need to figure out, hell, you can go to QuadPay and sign up for QuadPay. And I've actually used them a few times, and you can buy something and make four payments to pay it off, and you can get your stuff right now. The person that you buy from, everybody gets paid, and then you just make the payments. Yeah. So that would be an option that people could use if you couldn't afford the $400 or the $300 or whatever. But anyway, I'm doing the best I can to make my stuff available, affordable for everybody. So, and I take it kind of as a slap in the face when people come and say that to me. So if you're going to say that to me, you should probably start out with saying, thank you for all the work that you're doing before you ask me to give them. Okay. You guys see what I'm saying here. I'm not trying to be a butthead about it, but come on now. Okay. And this is only a few people. I don't want people to get the wrong idea. It's only a few people, a couple of people, basically. But I'm saying it because it needs to be said, and I'm not going to single anybody out. So if you did say that to me, don't get mad and start posting it all in the thing, because that'll be drama, and then I'll have to send you to the bench. And I don't have no bench, so yeah. Okay, sorry. Let's move on because I'm getting grumpy now. About to blow the whistle. So a little about this. Let me tell you guys a little bit about why I structured this package. I got a call from a young man, and we started talking, and he was asking me if I had anything that could help him with the traffic situation. And so I was like, well, I'm thinking probably well, the traffic situation was he turned down a street that had barricade signs up, and it was blocked off. He couldn't get through, so he had to turn around and come back out. So the cop walked up to the car when he pulled back up to the barricade to enter onto the street, and started harassing the young man and was asking him questions and stuff. And the young man told him, I don't answer questions from the police. I'm choosing I'm pleading a fifth. I'm not going to incriminate myself. I'm just not going to say anything. And so the police got mad, and yeah. So, but here's the thing. The thing is, this young man was the victim of a citation trap. And a citation trap, yeah, I made that up myself after reading the officer's report. It was obvious what had happened. A citation trap is like, for instance, in this case, the barricades were moved back off of the street far enough to where you could not see them until you were committed into your turn. And once you're committed into your turn, then you have to go around them and turn around and come back out. Well, the cop come up and was giving the young man a hard time because he turned down past the barricades signs, and he also got charged for crossing the center line. Now, when you read that on the paper, I'm like, damn, that sounds really freaking bad. Well, when you turn down a dead end street that's blocked off, you have to cross the center line to turn around and come back out. And that's basically what the young man did. And it was pretty ridiculous that the officer acted the way he did. And so, after reading the report, people need to remember that all you guys have to do is create a reasonable doubt. You don't have to all of that stuff that people think. All you got to do is create a reasonable doubt. So what we said was that the signs were moved back off of the street intentionally. The scene was staged intentionally to use as a trap to harass, in this case, this young black man who was a retired disabled military veteran who had never been in any trouble in his life and obviously served our country and everything. Okay, he's getting treated like this. And it's sad because the situation could have turned into something ugly or deadly or worse. And all because someone decided to invoke their Fifth Amendment to keep their mouth shut and not incriminate themselves. And one of the things that people don't realize is that when you start talking to the police, they use what you said against you. Yep. Well, he admitted right there that he turned down. Yeah. But you know what? I wonder what the police dash cam would show when the police pulled up and stopped. If his dash cam or his body cam or whatever would have picked up him moving the signs back to create the scene for him to be able to harass people. And the other question is, why the hell was this police officer stopped watching a blocked off street? Now, that's the question of the day. Yeah. So the young man refused to answer questions from the police. And he just asked the police, are you detaining me or arresting me? Now, the police ran his tags, and the description of the owner of the car came back and fit the person that's driving the car, but the police were still acting like a butthead because no one was kissing the police ass. That was the problem. And hence the citation trap. The cop was on a power trip, and not all cops are on power trips, but some are. And the person got arrested. This young man got arrested for pleading the Fifth and refusing to incriminate himself. And last I checked, it was a constitutional right to plead the Fifth. So now this young man is facing he's facing turning past the barricade sign, crossing the center line, and resisting arrest without violence. And when I talked to him on the phone, I was really impressed. I was impressed, one, that he chose to remain silent even when they arrested him and hauled his ass to jail. He still chose to remain silent. To me, that was powerful. And that said a lot to me about how he would stand in my program. Mm-hmm. I did have to tell him to breathe in a bag a couple times. Okay. I know this is a very stressful situation, especially when you ain't never been in trouble. And, for people who tell me, oh, well, you don't understand. No, I do. And that's why I'm here. And then I explained to him a little bit about what I went through to be here. You're like, what? Yeah. So I totally understand. And that allows me to be very creative in how we handle a situation, because I've been there, done that, did. So I Googled resisting arrest without violence. Now, how the hell can you do that? So I Googled the statute that they were using. It was in Florida, 831 something. And we already know that a statute is BS anyway. And a statute doesn't have the necessary elements to be considered a valid law and all of that. But we're just going to work with them, for now. So I Googled the statute. And nowhere in the statute was there a subsection, a B, A, C, E, F, anything that had anything to do with resisting arrest without violence. It's just resisting arrest. You're resisting arrest or you're not. There's no resisting arrest without violence. It's ridiculous. So there was no resisting arrest without violence connected to the statute. So I was like, So what do? Well, I didn't go to the law library. I Googled resisting arrest without violence. And I pulled up the attorney law firm ads. Yep, the attorney law firm ads. This terminology is what dirty lawyers use to help dirty cops violate the rights of citizens. When they get out of control and a citizen stands up to them, well, the attorney uses this terminology, to jam you up for resisting arrest, but without violence. Well, there's no such thing because it's not connected to, And if you Google it, this is what you get. And this is what I tell you guys all the time. You should Google stuff before you ask me anything. You'd be surprised at what you find on Mr. Miss Google. Miss Google, Mr. Google. So this terminology is just what the lawyers use to help the cops with when the cops get their ass in trouble. And then it gets posted on the internet, and then they start using it, and everybody automatically thinks that it's right. Oh, hell no. Anytime someone charges you with something, shit, you need to go Google that shit. You'll find out half the time prosecutors don't use the whole statute. Half the time they're using the wrong statute. Part of the time they're using part of a statute that don't have nothing to do with what the hell they're, you see where I'm going with that. So now this young black disabled military veteran is facing a year in jail, and who knows what the hell else they're going to do to him if, when they get done, all because he revoked his right to remain silent. He didn't cause an accident. No one's property got damaged. No one got hurt. And the police officer had to wake up from taking a nap, I guess, watching a blocked off street. I'm just trying to call it like I see it. So the cops use your words against you all the time. They'll claim that you admitted to the traffic infraction. Then they'll whip out their thinking video camera and record selected part of it, showing you saying stupid stuff. That's how they do it. So I decided to create a custom structured legal package for this young man to use, and he made a nice donation to my business for helping him, and that's where the price of the package came from. So that's the way that is. So guys, welcome to the new $3.5 million prosecutor sanction motion. And let me do a screen share so I can just show you guys what it looks like. Now, you guys, we got the new website up and running. If you go to winningcourtnow.com, you'll see a whole different GoDaddy threw down, and it is so sweet. And I'm still trying to learn how to run the back half of it. And I'm still trying to, I think I have all of the packages in the right place, the zip files for the package in the right place, because GoDaddy didn't do that, because I didn't have them all exactly the same names. So they didn't know what the hell they were doing. And neither did I, but we figured it out. So I have them all in the right place, but I don't have all the words describing all of the packages and everything on all of them yet. But I do have the main ones, which would be the judicial foreclosure, the non-judicial foreclosure, eliminating property tax lawsuit package, and the jurisdiction challenge with an affidavit. I changed that and I made that into its separate package because there are a lot of people that enjoy the jurisdiction challenge issue and would like to just stay on that. So I put that document into a new package, and it's on the website too. So you guys should be able to see that. So let me figure out how to do the screen share here. And then we'll take a look. Hey, MX Capital. Welcome to practice. We're about to throw down. So this is the new eliminator package, eliminator lawsuit package. And I got a call today saying that something got eliminated. Yeah, it's kind of funny because the young man was first scared to death. Then he got himself excited about going to a hearing, was telling me he couldn't wait to get to the hearing. I'm like, dude, the hearing, what hearing are you talking about? Because he's ready to fight. Well, okay, wait a minute. They haven't responded, right? Well, no. Well, you can't fight it unless they respond. Yeah. So this package, as you can see here, if the prosecutor is attacking you without an injured party, today's your lucky day. The $3.5 million sanctions against the prosecutor. Now, this package was designed to defend yourself against government dragging you into court without an injured party. The sanction motion is like a mini counterclaim in the action against you. So you can file this without paying filing fees and all that stuff. And you can see here, when you see the fire that you'll bring with this lawsuit package, you understand why I'm calling it the eliminator, the lawsuit package. So it has the $3.5 million sanction motion. Now, the prosecutor is by law, by their rules, are supposed to do a reasonable pre-file investigation before they file a claim or before they file a criminal case against anybody, and they never do. And had they done a reasonable pre-file investigation, they would have uncovered all of the issues that we listed in this sanction motion, number one, and we added the new lawsuit package against the judge for Administrative Procedures Act violation, violation of the Foreign Agent Registration Act, and we actually took out the Fair Debt. Well, I left it in so people can see, but the Fair Debt Collection Act practice part of this you would take out if it didn't have anything to do with them cheating you out of a loan. So this package is set up with these documents. You will get free of charge a jurisdictional challenge with an affidavit package, and that package contains a motion to moot anything that's filed in the case. So basically, you got 4 documents here that you can use to control their whole show. And you will start out with the motion for sanctions, and I would not file any of the other stuff. I would just file the motion for sanctions and let them respond to it. Because the first go around, they couldn't respond. Well, actually what happened was, once you get the motion for sanctions filed, in this young man's case, I told him what I would do was, once you get it filed and file stamped, I would have it downloaded as a PDF file so that you can email it out to people and then contact the media. And the second time he contacted the media, he did a lot better job. The first time he gave him way too much information and they didn't have to go check anything, and they had a little bit of attitude. but he left it on for them to think about and go figure out, So they decided they were going to go down there and check it out. And he was excited. Yeah, I'm like, dude, you're not going to be on the news either. You're like, what? No. What you're doing is you're getting the media involved to put fire underneath their asses. Yeah. The next day after he said the media was going to go down there and check it out, the next day, it got dismissed. So there you go. Now, this is on my website, and this is part of my website here. You guys can. That's my buddy sending me a message. I guess he's probably watching this. Yeah, so. He said something about he loves me or something. We'll have this conversation later when we get off the air, right? Yeah, I know he's pretty happy. Yeah. He says, I hear you now talking about my case. Yeah, I am. So if you're on here, man, come on and throw your 2 cents in here. Just, I don't know, click on the thing. I don't see you here, but just click on the thing or go to YouTube and get on that way. I think if you went to YouTube, you could get here too. I got several people from YouTube. Matter of fact, everybody here is from YouTube. I don't have anybody here from Facebook yet, I don't think. But anyway, so that's the bottom part of this. We're going to move to the top part of this, and this is the top part of this. But I want to show you the bottom part of this first, so you appreciate the top part of this. And this is on my website, so you can go to the website and you can pull it up and look at it. So yeah, I got to take that out. The $75 lawsuit. That was a reference to that I used because I got a whole bunch of different lawsuits against the judge. So that's a reference I use for the lawsuit with the Administrative Procedures Act and the Foreign Agent Registration Act violation. So yeah, Mormon website came out really nice when I learned how to use it on Be Hell on Wheels. Jeremy says he's not sure how. You're not sure how what, Jeremy? Not sure what you're talking about there, buddy. And these are a couple of other documents. Oh, let's take a look at this one here. This one is Advocates for Justice, Paralegal Services, right in the middle of an emergency stream. Okay, hang on 1 second. I think I can do the speakerphone. So can you guys hear Edward?
Can everybody hear me?
Yeah, we got a little lag time for them to type. I had a guy call last week and I put it on the speakerphone and everyone was able to hear him pretty well.
Okay. Should I start talking now?
Yep.
Yeah, just real quick, I don't want to take up guys' time. Hello to everybody in YouTube land. I just wanted to say that God was so kind to me. He gave me a lot of guidance for this whole ordeal. I'm the person actually who he was just talking about who ran into that whole episode with the police. And he stayed beside me. He got my emotions under control. And instead of me running like a scared little boy to the attorneys, Guy taught me how to stand up as a man and fight these people. And instead of running a bunch of defense, he had me running a bunch of offense. So I was continuously attacking the attorney, the state attorney. I was continually attacking the police. I was attacking the judge, and they're not used to that. So they're receiving so much offense. They're receiving so many attacks that God was helping me with, jurisdictional challenges, sanctions, and all this stuff. They couldn't take it. And when I looked up today, I was pleasantly surprised to find out that they canceled the whole case. Everything was just wiped out. So I would like to say to everybody out there, this is a very, very, very special human being. I'm incredibly grateful to him. So I'd like to thank him right now on air. Thank you so much, God, for all your help, for everything that you've done for me. I can't tell you how much I appreciate you.
Well, thank you, Edward. But I'm glad I was able to be here for you, and I'm glad you didn't have a stroke before you found out that it got dismissed.
Well, thanks to you, I didn't have a stroke. So quick. Yeah, and that's some advice I want to give you guys out there. Do not call Guy or text him if you are stressed out and you feel like you want to give in. Don't do that. Do not do that. That's the best advice I can give you if you're going to work with this gentleman.
Well, thank you, Edward. I appreciate your call in, man. It's beautiful, and people can hear right from you how that went, and you have what you need for the lawsuit part of this when you're ready to do that, which I hope is soon. And do you remember in the very beginning of this, the S word? I kept telling you, you need to think about the S word. We're putting ourselves in position for the S word.
Yes, sir. I remember clearly.
What's the S word?
Settlement.
Yep.
Yes, absolutely.
And
You told me that very early on. Yes, sir. Absolutely.
and when we were talking about, well, when you were talking about a motion to dismiss, I was like, no, dude, we're not dismissing anything. They're the ones that have to go sit the hell down and shut up. Because when the judge grants dismiss and they get to appeal and argue and all that, but when they give up and have to go sit the hell down, then you're headed to settlement hearings. I don't see how that could be any other way. So you got that motion that you need to use for the corporation, and you know, when I told you that you can change that and be creative, if you wanted to challenge them for the court's corporate charter, you can. You can sue someone for the belt they're wearing around their waist if you want to. So yeah, remember, we always want to be working toward that S.
I can get there. So thanks again, guys. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, young man, and I appreciate your gratitude toward that you put into this to make it work out too, and the hard work, and I tell you, it's not easy, but I know it feels great when you finally can feel like you can protect your family. That's what it boils down to.
It does, yes, sir. I feel like I can go out there and stand up to them now. I don't have to feel scared all the time. Yep. I can't tell you that. That's revolutionary.
Yep.
Absolutely revolutionary.
Yep. Okay, young man, thank you for calling in. Let me wrap this up, and we'll talk later.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me, sir. Have a good night, sir.
Okay, so that call was worth it. Could you guys hear Edward talking? I don't see any responses, so could you guys hear Edward talking? So I want to show you guys the home page. Yeah, this is the home page of our fancy website. So when this thing pops up here in the top right-hand corner is the little X. Sometimes people are having trouble finding this on their phone. So you can click on that X and close that up. And then this is what my beautiful website looks like. It's so pretty. I still have some work to do on the wording and some of the pictures, but I started on the back half to make sure that all the files were in the right place. So even though the words aren't on the back part of this, it's all connected up to the payment service so that you guys can check out. And we'll talk about a little bit how I'm going to redo this part here, how the program works, and put a little more information in there. And then these are some of my newer testimonials that just basically I copy and pasted from my Google AdWords, or excuse me, from my Google reviews. And man, I have some of the best Google reviews. Thank you guys very much. I have some of the best Google reviews of any legal service or paralegal service or anybody else in the world that I. Yeah, and welcome, Ralph, and Exit Babylon. And then there's the Advocates for Justice Foreclosure in all of our 4 different pages. So you guys can see I got a lot of stuff going on there, 4 different pages. Steve Johnson, heard him just fine. Great. So let's see here. Let's go back and see. That's all the way down. So that's all the way down. Well, we're just going to go over here to the product page so you guys can take a look at. I got a disclaimer too, but I just have it in there for the fun of it because I had a disclaimer and they still tried to shut me down a couple of times. So yeah, and I'm still here. So and this is the product page. So that's just the sanctions that we just got done talking about. The credit card lawsuit defense package, eliminate property tax lawsuit package, eviction court counterclaim. I may take that one out because I don't really think we need it with the lawsuit package. The lawsuit package has everything in it that we need. And then this is the free stuff. This has documents in it that's free. It has documents in it for affidavits, some motion to dismiss. There's one motion in here, I think, for to block eviction or something. I don't remember exactly, but I've got some pretty cool stuff in there. Now, some stuff in this package other people made. So I have a few other people that make documents, and I put those documents in here free for everyone to use. So not everything in this package is mine. So you may see a contrast of different stuff in the package, but the thing is, it's free. So you can download it free and add and stuff to it all the time. This is the judicial foreclosure lawsuit package. And this is the new jurisdiction challenge with an affidavit. The other one was a jurisdictional challenge. This jurisdiction challenge with an affidavit is a package. So it has a lawsuit and it has a motion to move. It has other things in it that wasn't in the original jurisdictional challenge with an affidavit. So this can be used as a package by itself to get stuff stopped. And magistrate judge notice of claim reconsideration package. I'm going to probably remove this one too because I'm providing. Well, maybe I'll leave. I'm providing this package here inside of these, but maybe I'll leave it. Someone might want to use it. that didn't get this. So maybe I'll go ahead and leave it there. I don't know. Still make some decisions. This has been a lot of work trying. That's why I didn't have a stream earlier in the week. I'm trying to get this website up and running so that when people start using it, it's working the way it's supposed to be and people aren't being grumpy. I don't think anybody can think I'm trying to scam them with a pretty site like this. Oh, and this is my baby. The first foreclosure defense online course. And it's half price right now. And when you click on it, it takes you over to the course, which is at teachable.com. So it'll take you over to my teachable.com page. And then from there, you can, if you're interested. Now, this course was structured for entrepreneurs who would like to do what I'm doing and learn how to help people. I provide in this course upgraded documents that you will not get in the lawsuit packages. And you will also, this was designed for property owners who have rental properties or whatever they're struggling with because of the pandemic and tenants losing jobs or whatever. So this package is put together and it's the bomb. I think I have like 53 people that have enrolled in the online course, and I don't hear anything out of hardly anybody except one person. I hear too much from them. But anyway. So if you are interested in the online course, or you would like to have the premium documents to use for your foreclosure situation and you want to get an online course, it has all the documents, all the PDFs, it has videos, lectures, it has everything in it, and you also have access to 182 YouTube videos that'll cover everything that I cover when I'm structuring my lawsuit packages. And that's one other thing I wanted to tell you guys. My YouTube channel has all of all those videos on the YouTube channel are stuff that I learned putting these packages together. So people who want to do this on their own and can make the packaging and do all you got to do is just learn the information in the YouTube video, and you can put your own stuff together. And that's what this was about. I want to give the information on my YouTube channel away free to everyone. So my channel will be popular and a lot of people that go to it. And then you people go to it will be clicking on the ads so that I can get paid. And then YouTube will be paying me a whole bunch of money for from the ads being on the channel. And then I'll be able to keep my prices low. Okay. So that is about all I have to share with you guys tonight. And I appreciate you guys, the value of your time. And what's the URL? I'll put it in here again. Exit Babylon. And I'll put it in there again. I put it in the beginning, but I have it right here. Let me see. There we go. We got a fancy scrolling across the bottom, but I'm going to put it in the window, in the comment window as well, so that people can just copy and paste it if they want it to. There you go. Yeah, Exit Babylon. I posted it. I just posted it in there as a link too, so you can copy and paste it. So you wouldn't have to type everything out of the trailer. So if you guys know anybody, you should copy and share that for me, if you would, on your Facebook page. If people are getting speeding tickets or getting pulled over or getting harassed by the police or the prosecutor going after them when there's no injured party, then this document would be perfect. And hell, even if it was an injured party, it might chase them off. Yeah, because the lawsuit addresses the Administrative Procedures Act of 1946, and I know they don't like that. And this package is designed to stop them in their tracks, and it did a really good job for Edward today, and he was pretty excited. So I was glad he called in. There's a program that I can use where I can take these calls on the air without the speakerphone. So I'm going to figure that out. So next week I can have some more people call in, because I got Shamel, and she's serving the judge right now. They've been trying to get out of what she got on them. And when she gets everything wrapped up, I'm sure she's going to be back up in here dancing around too. So yes, Exit Babylon. The course is for that purpose. And you can go to the website and click on it. It'll take you over to the course, and then you can read about it and read all the other stuff. You can see what people got to say about it. I've got some reviews that's posted on my website about the course too. So yeah, it's the bomb. And I put that together during the pandemic when they made everybody stay home. I was kind of freaking out, need to breathe in a paper bag because everything is going into the toilet. So I decided to do something, and this is kind of a dream that I've been wanting to do for a long time, put this online course together. So my next online course that I'm going to start working on this weekend is going to be for eliminating property tax / foreclosure defense. Because a lot of times what they're doing, if they can't get your property on property tax, then they'll move you over to the foreclosure defense, and they've tried a bunch of shady stuff. So we're going to put together a package for that, a special online course for the property tax. And in that property tax course, you're also going to learn how to stop the foreclosure. Now, Exit Babylon, one of the things that I do too, if you invest in my online course to help other people and they try to give you some shit, excuse me, and they give you a hard time, I got your back. So the package that you need for that, I would send over to you free of charge if they started harassing you, because I'm not having it. So, and it works because I'm still here. So I'm checking. Yeah. So if you'd like to help others, you need to look at investing in that. It's a $2,400 course. I have it on sale right now for $1,200 or $1,250 or something to that effect. And I know you will be totally impressed with it because I threw down on it. And you can see my email address, and my email address is on the website. If you have any other questions, you can send them over to me. Email them over to me, and then I'll answer any of your questions. But yeah, that's what that's for. I put that together for entrepreneurs who would like to do this. And, you can see eventually I'm going to have the blueprint of everything that I'm doing to be where I'm at. But I haven't I don't think I'll ever be to the end, but I'm doing pretty well right now with the new website up and running. And I want to get all the kinks of all that worked out then. But anyway, along the way, if anyone is interested in setting this up as a business and helping other people, then I would be glad to give you my 2 cents about how and what I did to save you a lot of time and headache. A lot of time and headache. And one of the best things that I did to help me be able to keep my prices low is I learned how to use Google AdWords. So I learned how to drive people to my offer. And one of the things that they tell you in marketing is to not take people straight to your offer. You have to take people someplace where they get educated and ask some questions and stuff. So for me, I just drove people to my YouTube channel. So I learned how to do this, how to do the ad. I drove 786 people to my YouTube channel in a 3-week period of time, 2.5-week period of time, at 68 cents. No, it was 42 cents a click or something like that. Some crazy low price. Yeah. So all of those things that I would help you with if you decided to do this as an entrepreneur or business or whatever. It's part of the coaching. And I would love to see other people help people too. So that's, because so many people don't have no idea, and it's not that complicated. If you got the right game plan where you ain't doing shit in their lawsuit and you're not waiting for them to give you shit. Yeah. So that's about all I have tonight. I appreciate you guys sharing your time with me, and I will see you guys tomorrow. I'll probably be on here tomorrow, and I'll probably be talking about that new tax stuff. Yep, the tax stuff, the property tax stuff. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Good night, and you guys have a nice rest of your evening.